Hey guys, it's Sal from House of Gaia Python. So in this week's video, I wanted to go over some breeding plans that have changed for us in a good way. And then also, I wanted to try something out new. I'm not sure if this has been done or been practiced before in terms of a little technique or theory that I have in order to get our males who are breeding back onto food if they're refusing to eat for you. So it's something I'm going to try out this season and see if it works. So I'm excited to share that with you guys. And so make sure you stay tuned towards the end of the video where I'll go over that. And yeah, so I hope you enjoyed this week's video, and let's jump into it. All right, so the first thing I wanted to go over is some of our plans are changing. So basically, initially, I had been using my Clown Pied Boy pretty heavily as he's been breeding really solid for me. Pretty much locking to everything I was putting him to, which is awesome. You know, and I was putting him to a couple of het clowns. One of the het clown girls I'm trying to prove out, she's 66% het clown. And I am still putting him to quite a bit of things. So basically the changes come from my Stranger Clown Boy, who is starting to lock up for me. So obviously with Stranger Clown, with it being a co-dominant gene, I want to try to get as many locks as I can for him in this season. I really want to expand on the Stranger Clown project as well as, of course, try to make my investment back. Now, I know not everything is about dollars. Obviously, I love that project, so I'm excited to make different Stranger Clown combos, a lot of them just to hold back myself. So most of it is geared towards me holding back stuff and kind of hogging it, but of course, you know, an animal like that is an investment, so of course I want to try and make my investment back. But most of it, like I said, is coming from me wanting to push that project forward and seeing what else we can produce in the future. So that is one of the changed directions I'm going. So basically this year, instead of me trying to make a bunch of combo clown het pieds with my Clown Pied male, I'm going to be putting him to some combo females to try and make some nice combo double hets. I am going to keep him still with I have my Pastel Orange Dream Blade 66% het clown female. I'm going to keep him with that female to see if I can prove her out to be clown, or het clown, sorry, and make some nice combos there. But the rest of my het clown girls, or anything clown related, is going to be going to my Stranger Clown Boy. Now luckily, because I have my ultrasound, I don't have to use him the whole time. I can wait. I'm doing my initial pairings now, getting them going, doing introductions, and letting those females build their follicles up to the right point, and then put him back in. A couple of the females that I have him with, I have paired the Clown Pied Boy to them, so there is a chance that we could have a dual sired clutch, or there's a chance that the Stranger Clown doesn't get it done and the Clown Pied will get the job done. So there's only a couple females that I've done that with. The rest are going to be 100% the Stranger Clown. So that was the first thing I wanted to go over. It's just a little bit of change of plans. Luckily, it was early enough in the season where most of the pairings I did with my Clown Pied to those two het clown girls I'm talking of, they were very early pairings just to see if I could get the females going, starting to build their follicles a bit stronger, and get a bit better of a feeding response from them. So hopefully it was early enough where you know, the Stranger Clown is going to get in at the right time and fully sire the clutches. So, but I'm really excited about this project. You know, ever since I started seeing the Stranger stuff, I absolutely fell in love with it. I knew it was the animal I wanted to invest in. So I'm really looking forward to, you know, hopefully hitting some cool Stranger Clown combos and you know, pushing this project forward. So talking about the Clown Pied Boy, I also wanted to mention, like, I'm not giving up on him. It's still my favorite project going forward. I still have plenty of stuff I'm putting him to that gets me super excited. Definitely up there is going to be the Ultramel female. So I'm putting the Blade Clown Pied Boy to our Ultramel female in hopes to hit some triple hats. That project's absolutely amazing. Our double het Clown Pied female is just hitting 1,500 grams. She's slowly starting to build follicles. She's still on the lower end of the follicular development, but that's another exciting project. Obviously, just making more Clown Pieds and hopefully hitting a female would be absolutely amazing. Or just hitting Clown Het Pieds or Pied Het Clown females is still really nice. So I have those two that I'm really looking forward to. The Cinnamon Het Pied, like I mentioned previously, that's a really exciting project for me. I really want to see some darker Clown Pied stuff. So far we've seen like Orange Dream, Yellow Belly, Enchi, Fire, that type of spectrum in terms of color into Clown Pied, which is absolutely amazing. Don't get me wrong, I would be definitely happy to go that route as well, which I am. For instance, we're still breeding our Orange Dream Pastel Blades 66% Het Clown Tim as well. So we're going in that lighter direction on that project. And then just some other Codom stuff that I have as well, kicking around. You know, I have some single gene females that I can still play around with. I have an Enchi new gene Het Pied that I'm working on from one of my buddies from British Columbia. So she's getting to size, she's not quite there yet, she's about 1,200, maybe 1,300 grams now. So she's getting to that range, so maybe it'll be a later season lockup for her. You know, I'm definitely still gonna be working Clown Pied super hard. Obviously the Stranger Clown is a project that I'm really excited about and I want to push forward pretty quickly. You know, I'm still super Clown Pied. If you know me, Clown Pied is my favorite project at the moment. The only thing I want to really add to that is Desert Ghost, of course, and Ultramel. Those two genes I really wanted to get into Clown Pied. All right, so on to the next subject here, something I've been kind of wondering in my head about. Now this, I might not be the first person who saw this. There might be plenty of people out here who do this just every time and maybe I'm just not aware of it. But it was a couple of weeks ago I started thinking, because of I have one male who tends to at least skip a couple of meals after he's done breeding. Now this male hasn't always been the strongest feeder per se, but he's usually a little bit more, he was more typical to eat, you know, once every 2 weeks before he started breeding. And now that he started breeding, you know, after he's done breeding, I have to wait like 2 or 3 weeks before he'll start eating again. So it started making me think like why these males are going off food in the first place after they're done breeding. And yes, of course, the theory has always been because all they're concentrating on is breeding. Classic men. But anyways, I think, I have a feeling that a lot of it is gonna be scent related. I feel like maybe that when they're in with the females, there's a lot of pheromones being spread into the bin, and females are basically scenting everything. So it's only natural to think that the scent is going on to the male, and then when we're taking that male and putting him into his bin, that scent is still around, which is basically triggering him to think that the female is still present at some point in that bin or whatever the case is. So it had me thinking maybe a good thing to try out would be to give the male a wash before you put him back in his bin. And I've also started to do just a full clean in the male bin. It's just something I thought maybe that's another thing that might trigger them to have a feeding response. So it's something I just tried out this one time. I just took that male out, I put him in his bin, but what I did first was I had a separate tub. I used warm water with a very small dip of Dawn soap, swished it around, gave him a wash, and then gave him a wash under the sink, dried him off, new bedding in his tub, completely clean bin, and we'll see if that will hopefully maybe change his feeding response. Maybe getting all that scent off, whatever is happening in that female's bin, completely restarting him with new bedding and everything like that. I'm hoping that maybe trigger a better feeding response and help these males that are going off of feed back onto feed. So again, this could be something that everyone's already doing and I just had no idea about it. But if not, hopefully this will help someone out there who's having the same issue. And I was thinking, like, even if it only works 50% of the time, hey, I'll take 50% over 0% any day.
They've done studies, you know, 60% of the time it works every time.
So it's just something I'm gonna try out. Now, I'm not saying this is gonna work for sure because I'm just trying it out. I will let you guys know. I'll keep you updated as we do more videos, but it's just something I thought would be kind of interesting to try out. And it's nice and easy to try. I mean, it's no sweat off your back. You're just basically washing the male off and giving him new bedding and cleaning out his tub. So it's super easy to try. And like I said, I'll let you guys know if it works out. And if it does, hopefully, you know, we can get that much further into helping these animals continue the breeding process and not slowing down when we need the most. All right, guys, so that's it for this week's video. I hope you enjoyed it. I know this video was more so just me chatting in front of the camera, but there's just a couple things I wanted to talk about. You know, not every week do I want to just show off every single snake I have again and again. So sometimes I like to chat. I hope you guys don't mind those style of videos still. I always try to include some snakes within the video, just so you have something nice to look at for once. But yeah, I'm really hoping, you know, that everyone's year is going awesome so far. I've already seen some people having some amazing clutches dropping, and even some people cutting eggs already. So, you know, it's already off to a good start. We are having a super late season, I guess, compared to last year anyway. So, you know, most of our stuff is going to be later on in the year, but that's okay. I don't mind waiting. You know, it's nice to get some of our remaining babies still sold. Of course, if you guys are interested in picking up any of our stuff, we have our Instagram at House of Gaia Pythons availability. Check it out, and we still have some animals up for sale from last season, which were the kind of the later season babies. Anyways, I hope you guys are staying positive and focused out there. Please like, comment, and subscribe. It means a lot to me, guys, and we'll see you next Saturday.